Okay, this is literally the third time I'm trying to film this thing, and I'm just over it at this point. The first time it was the noise, like there was too much echo in the other room, and then the second time the kids are making noise. This third time they were making noise, they're still making noise, and I'm just like. Anyway, I would like to thank you guys for the 225 subscribers. It's like it feels really good. Like I'm just like I don't have too much content. I don't have anything that's nice, but you guys will subscribe. So thank you so much. I will really try to come through with more videos that are more enticing and stuff like that. And I'm really sorry for not posting last week. I was just in my feelings. I couldn't do it. But yeah, I'll try to post 2 videos. Like I tried it before, it didn't work out, but I'm trying it again because we're out here. But I will try to post 2 videos from now on, and hopefully I will be consistent about that once again. I've heard myself say that before, but I'm just like I'm saying it again. Hopefully, this time I'm telling the truth. Just to have seen the title, I'm going to talk about the time when I fainted. It happened actually twice. The first time it was just like me being a clown and just finding a way to faint even if I didn't have to. And the second time it was like more serious. It was like send help kind of situation. Like it was more serious. Like I really needed help. So I'm gonna tell you the story about the first time it happened because I'm just like if I tell both stories it's gonna take longer and I don't want that. So if you guys want to hear the second story, you can go ahead and comment, tell me if you want to hear the second story, or you like DM me, anything, like anything you can do. So I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you the first story. So the first time it happened, it was in varsity sometime last year. And in varsity, like I'm one of those people when allowance bounces, like when it drops, what is bounce? Like pal, really? When the allowance drops, I'm one of those people who just goes for, I go crazy. I go ahead and do what I want to do. Like if I want to buy like a bunch of sugary stuff, I do that. If I want to buy shoes, I do that. Like I don't think much when it comes to like when it came to allowance. I feel like it was because I didn't really work for the money. Like right now I'm a waitress and I know the hard work I have to put, standing up the whole night. And not that I'm saying what allowance is not worked for. Like of course you earned it and stuff like that. But until I get to feel the physical pain of any money, that's when I was like, shit, now I gotta learn how to spend. But before that, I really didn't know how to, like, hence that's why I fainted in university. So allowance dropped in is sometimes around September towards the independence holiday. That time usually we're usually given a short bag. So we're given a short bag, and around that time I decided, you know what, Pearl, you've been doing makeup for a long time, you like makeup, why not buy a makeup box? A makeup box worth around 800, 900, or like close to that. And allowance at that time was around 1.2. Like around that time it was 1.2, not like it's currently 1.4. So I decided why not buy a makeup box. And I would like my backup, like my at the back of my mind, I'm thinking if it gets worse around the like during the month, I'll go ahead and check out my friends and be like, oh, do you have anything to eat? I can go ahead and ask them to help me out. That's what I was thinking, not thinking. The next thing, the short vex, the short veg, and my friends, they go to their homes, they go ahead visit their boyfriends because they have money to go, and I didn't have money to go, so I couldn't go anyway. Like the remaining balance from the makeup box, I really spent it like easily. Like I really literally bought junk food and it was done within a week or something. So it's short back now. I don't have money, I don't have nothing, I'm just alone there. Like I literally don't have anything. So that's when I decided why not like buy noodles, because I had like I don't know if I was left with like 20 quid. So I bought like noodles and a loaf of bread. It's like, what, for the whole week I'm gonna eat this. At the back of my mind I'm thinking, something might come up. You never know. Little did I know. So during the week I would be in my room. I would stay in my room because I'm like one of those people who just stay indoor, watch Korean drama, stay in my lane and stuff like that. I don't do nothing. So that is what I was doing, exactly what I was doing, because my friends were gone. There was no one I could go to and talk and stuff like that. So I decided to like chill in my room, eat my noodles, eat my bread. So remember, this is like a week long. So like within, I think it was like within 2 days, like my body was telling me, oh yeah, you gotta find real food. So around that time, the noodles were finishing, the bread was finishing, and I was literally left with nothing. And I'm thinking, my friends are not around. Usually at home, I'm like one of those kids who don't like. I don't want to bother my grandmother and my aunts or my mom and be like, yo, I need money, blah blah blah. I know they have their own problems. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit this one in, find a way to deal with this. But the hunger was knocking. Now I could literally feel that I need food. Like I need real food. Like at this point, it was getting worse. So I think it was like around day 4, I started to feel dizzy. Around that time, I was kind of in this, like in those interval, I was either like drinking water which has sugar in it to like get energy, or I would eat like one slice of bread in a day. And then the noodles at that point, they were like done. There was nothing. So the around the 5th day, like 5th, 6th day, at that point, I was just there. Like I was just drinking water. And initially, when it started, I would maybe like walk across the room or go to the toilet, and then I would feel myself getting dizzy. But at this point, I was just like feeling it while I was just like literally on the mattress, like, or like on the bed, like just laying down. I could feel that I'm getting dizzy. I need to eat, but your girl didn't have food to eat, so I was just like literally just there. So I think around the 6th day, it was like my neighbor. I checked her and was like, "Hi, like, do you have noodles?" I wasn't even close with the girl. She was like one of those girls who barely talk to you or anything. But that day, I was like, I'm just gonna swallow my pride. I'm just gonna, you know, do away with my fears and be like, "Hi, can I have noodles?" I went in there and she gave me noodles. They were not enough because I remember I haven't been eating for days. I haven't been eating well for days. Like I'll literally eat one bread, nothing all day. So I was technically starving at that point. So I got her noodles. They literally made things worse. It was as if I haven't eaten nothing. Like it was the opposite of what it's supposed to do. So at this point, I could feel what I need to eat. I need to eat food, real food. So likely it was the day my friend came back. She came back to varsity after the holidays. So she comes into my room. She's like, "What's up? What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm hungry." She was like, "Obviously, knowing you haven't been eating well because you go around spending money before not thinking. And then she's like, she didn't know how worse the situation was. I didn't tell her. Like the head name is Michelle. Like she's one of my best friends, and she didn't know how worse the situation was. She just knew that okay, she hasn't been eating well and she's probably very hungry, but she didn't know how hungry I was. So at this point, she's like, we had a friend who was involved in an accident. She's like, let's go check her out at the hospital. And then after that, I'll buy you food. And she was like, go buy the hosaja and stuff like that. She didn't know how worse it was, but I'm just there like, okay, cool. I'm trying to act cool. I'm just like, okay, cool. Let's go check the friend at the hospital. And then after that, you can come back and eat. So, the thing is, I didn't think it through because I'm just like, you haven't been eating for days. I hadn't left, like, I didn't leave the flats, I didn't leave the room, so I didn't know how much strength I had to go out and stuff like that. And then we went to the nearest hospital, like the one near our school is really close. So we went there and then we walked there, and you're like, it's really close, there's no need to take a taxi. We walked there and I could feel it coming slowly but surely that, yeah, you are really hungry and you are really dizzy and you are really literally about to faint. Like all the way there, as we were working, that's what I was feeling. But I was like, no, you're about to eat, you're about to earn a whole meal, so chill. You'll get there. So we go ahead and check out our friend. We went there, and then when we got there, there was like 2 of the girls that we knew who were involved in the accident. So we took turns to talk to each one of them. So the one that I went to talk to the second time was like the friend I went to like to see. At that point, that's when I felt it. Well, okay, now we are about to leave Earth. Like this is the point where you go. Like I felt it. So I was standing by her, and when I said hi, that was the last time I heard something that is like audible. I didn't like from there. I just heard fading sounds. Like I couldn't hear anything right at that point, and I could see her blaring and coming back, blaring and coming back. When I'm thinking, what, you know what, I'm just gonna stay strong. I'm close to 18, don't worry, pal. I know it was dumb at that point. So I'm just like, hi, how you doing? And then she starts telling me how it happened, how she's feeling, what they have done to her, and stuff like that. And I could hear some parts of it. I couldn't hear the rest of it because I'm just like, at this point, I'm done. So at the same time I was talking to her, there were people who went around praying for people who were sick, people who do that. And so when I was thinking, before this happened, I actually thought of it. I'm like, if anything happened to me right now, these people are praying for people around, they're gonna think that I'm the one who's manifesting. Because I'm thinking for a better that I just praying, manifesting, like this kind of prayer. So you just like, when you pray for somebody, you want demons to come out, or something like that. And I could feel what these people, that prayer is really gonna, like, the moment I faint or anything happened to me, they're gonna think, or be like, yo, our prayers are working, let's get the demons out of this one, you know. And was I right? I was right. The moment I fainted, like I fainted slowly, like I was still talking to her, and then slowly I just felt myself losing strength, losing ability to stand, and everything slowly going away. And at that point, as I was like dropping to the floor, I had a group of people coming towards me. One was my friend who was like concerned at that time. The nurse who was saying, is her sugar level down? What happened to her? Is she shocked by the friend's situation? Because I was like talking to my friend who was hospitalized at that time. So the nurse is thinking, maybe he's probably shocked that I'm looking at my friend. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, she's like in a bad situation or something like that. And then the church people, when they're coming in, they're like, yo, it's us, like this girl has a lot of demons. I remember this other guy who, like, with a big head, he's just like, in the name of Jesus. And I'm just like, yo, I'm fainting for real, I'm hungry, I don't need to be prayed for. This is not me manifesting, this is me hungry. And the nurse is trying to like get them away from me. Like, it's just like she's just like, move away, to give her space, she needs to breathe. And the church guy is not giving up. Vele is just trying to pray for me, he's praying for me. And at that point I blacked out. That's all, like that's literally all I saw. And then it gets crazy, it doesn't get better from here. And then and then we went to the bed, like she took me to the bed. By the time I woke up, like when I opened my eyes, I had a drip on me, and she was trying to get me this, what do you call it, like the glucose thing, the one that gives you strength, something like that. Like, because my friend knew I was hungry, so she was trying to tell the nurse that she's probably hungry. I don't think it's because of the shock or anything. I think she's hungry because she hasn't been eating, blah blah blah. I didn't know it was this bad, blah blah blah. Yeah. So at that time I wake up and I'm getting 2 of those. And my friend went out to buy me like maheu, I don't know what you call maheu. Yeah, the sort of porridge thingy that, yeah, whatever that is. So she went to get me that. And then by the time she returned, she found like I had like a bit of strength from the glucose and that thing they got me, the drip. And then I started drinking. And that's when we started laughing about it. Like, she took me pictures and everything. I don't know, I don't have those pictures. It was a long time back, and her phone was doing, and I wish I could have shown you guys the pictures. Oh yeah, so she took me pictures and she was like, yo, this is you Fenty, I'm gonna show my friends. What, like, you didn't tell me it was this bad. So you're like, cool, now that I'm getting strength, I need actual food, let's go get food. It's cool. And then the nurse was like, hold up, we don't know what got you to faint. Like, we're not sure if it's really hunger or shock or anything, so I'm going to admit you. Because she was looking at the fact that my eyes like underneath, I like, naturally I have like really dark circles. So you can imagine that I haven't been eating for days. I've been on the light, like I've been watching Korean dramas, so obviously my eyes went more, like I haven't been sleeping, I've been just like literally watching Korean dramas. So I understand her point of view, because she was looking at me and I was like literally looking like a zombie, and she's like, we need to hospitalize you. We don't know what's really wrong with you. Like, we think we woke up and we don't know what like the depth of everything. So wait here, I'm gonna fill up some paperwork, and then when I come back, we're gonna admit you. So here's the thing. At that time, the following day we were supposed to write a test. Like, it's called, is it MGT? I think it's MGT. So I didn't attend those lessons. I didn't attend those lessons. And the arrangement is, if you are hospitalized during a test, the examiner will come to you, like a test or exam, I don't know, like I don't know if it was a test or exam, but yeah, they will come to you with the paper, and then you write everything, and then you write everything where you are, and then from there it will take him back to school. And Michelle reminded me, like my friend, she reminded me, she's like, "Pearl, you haven't been attending this class, you don't know nothing. I need to help you tonight to study this thing for you to pass it tomorrow. You're not about to fail an elective. Secondly, like, how you gonna drive in here? Like, if you need help during the exam, like, what you gonna do? Fail?" So she was like making a lot of sense. So when the nurse was going, she was like, "You know what? We're gonna rip this thing off." But it's like, rip what? She was like, rip the the drip, like the thing that was. So we didn't know how to like disconnect it properly, but we needed to go, guys. Like, there was literally us sneaking out of a hospital when I was supposed to be hospitalized. And the truth be told, like I knew, and like there was nothing wrong with me. Like the nurse was just not getting it, because I knew I was hungry. I had been watching Koreans. I haven't been getting out of the house. I just need to eat and take a shower and refresh. So one of my friends suggested it. I was like, okay, cool, let's go to the school. Like, we literally ripped off the whole thing. We didn't know how it was done. So we, the way we did it, we took out like the top part, and we left like the needle in, and as well as that thing, like that's supposed to be suspended on top, which is very risky. I think I still have, I have the scar, but I don't think it will show here. But yeah, it's somewhere there. So it was in there, and I went to school with that. It's just like, we'll figure a way to get it, the rest of it out when you're in school. So it's like, cool, let's do this. So yeah, we left the nurse. By the time she came back with the paperwork or whatever she was looking for, I'm sure she was like, wait, where did she go? We just kind of done, but we knew what we were doing. So we got to school, met the rest of my friends who came back, and then we laughed about it, went to have a meal, life went on. I tried to rip that thing off when I was taking a shower. It didn't work. I like afterward I was able to take it out using, I don't know if it was a scissor or something, which was really dangerous, but thank God we're here. But yeah, that's technically how I fainted after not eating, because varsity is literally a place where you need to be careful about everything. The last thing you want is be like, yo, I'm failing, yo, I'm hungry, yo, I'm like, you don't need to have all the bad things happening to you at once. At least get one thing right there, like at least glow, at least eat. But I decided to cancel them all. Like, I will faint, I will fail, I'll do this. Like, that was me. And yeah, so like I said, if you want the other story of what happened, I will tell you the other one in part 2, and how that one turned out. And yep, thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like, comment, share. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys on the next video. Like I said, I'll try to make more videos, get better content and stuff like that, because I'm just like, you guys are subscribing and I need to do something about it. Like, you can't be just watching nothing, bruh. Thank you.